Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Talk, and today we're going to be talking about Saw. Oh yes, there will be blood.
Live or die. Make your choice.
So Saw was released in 2004 and was the start of a mega franchise, but we're only going to be talking about the first Saw today, and we have Carmela back with us today, who is also, as we've said before, a huge horror nut, and she picked one of the movies for us today that we're going to be talking about, and that is Saw. So Carmela, you're a huge Saw fan, so why don't you jump us into the what we're going to be talking about today.
Saw came out 2004, like you said. I saw it in the movie theater. And literally, I just remember that feeling of watching this movie. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, it's kind of dragging, it's kind of slow. And then, bam, it got into it. And it's just, I fell in love with it ever since then. I'm just a huge, huge fan.
Yeah, it became a Halloween tradition to release a new Saw every year, and actually me and Matt's story overlaps because my stepdad at the time, one of my mother's ex-husbands, took us to see this movie. We went to, out here on Long Island, Dark Side Haunted House, and after that, then he took us to go see Saw.
I just remember after in Saw driving down the road and just looking out the window and be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, just reflecting on the movie.
Yeah, because this movie came out of nowhere. It was a low-budget horror movie directed by James Wan, written by him and Lee Winnell of Upgrade and The Invisible Man fame now, for people who don't know. That's the director. And he's in this movie.
Yes.
That was
Adam,
Adam, right?
Yeah. So, this movie was really low budget. I mean, hell, you got him acting in it as well as the writer and his buddies directing, It's a real low budget kind of thing, and it's cool. And I didn't know that at first. Did you guys know that?
I knew that, yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Didn't they tape it in a warehouse? I think it was just a warehouse.
All of it was filmed in a warehouse. That's why
I guess most of it.
That's why those shots when the cars are driving, it's like that real zoomed in, cutting around effect with like the smoke around, so you can't tell. It's a good way to cover up and save some money, so you don't have to go film in the streets and everything.
Yeah,
like that.
at least 75% of the movie is in that one dingy bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's if you've never seen it, which is crazy because it's so old now, but it's just such a cool mystery. They did a great job, and you wouldn't expect half of the twists and turns that this movie takes, and the gore. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They don't call it Saw for nothing, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we didn't know what the hell they were doing at the time.
Yeah.
That was violent.
It definitely had a lasting impression on us, but it turned out to be a great series, and some are not so good, but overall, fantastic series. The movie is great. Definitely check it out.
What'd you guys think of Tobin Bell as Jigsaw? It's the first time we saw him in this, and
John Kramer.
Yes, I love John Kramer.
Yeah, he's cool. I mean, you almost sympathize for him because, not in the first one, but later in the timeline, you get some more backstory to him.
I mean, he has a code, right?
He does have a code. He doesn't technically murder anybody. He creates these traps for people who aren't appreciating their lives, and if you can't if you can't survive the trap, then you die. But he's not literally killing people. I don't think he's a serial killer.
He's saying, how much do you value your life that are you willing to get out of this?
Probably wouldn't hold up in court, because at the very least he's kidnapping.
He's kidnapping and definitely assaulting them. So
he's not kidnapping good people though.
No, everyone's I mean, some of them are addicts, and he's maybe, hey, scared straight might work.
And it does work for some.
It's a very gruesome science experiment.
Yeah. I mean, and Tobin Bell had been around since the 80s. I know I'd seen him in Mississippi Burning and The Firm. Yeah, I've always seen him, and he's got a face that you can't miss, that only a mother could love. And it's just but he really killed it in this. This movie was made for him. I'm not sure of who plays the other guy, but I know I've seen him in a million things. The guy who survives and cuts his own leg off.
Gordon?
No, Dr. Gordon.
Dr. Gordon.
Yeah.
Dr. Gordon.
I forget his name.
He's in the
what did I just see him in?
Well, he was
He was in Stranger Things, right? Wasn't he
yes, the mayor.
He was the mayor in Stranger Things.
Yeah, he was the mayor.
Wasn't he in what's the movie? Oh, crap.
He's Russ Wheeler in Days of Thunder. I know that.
The steal from the rich, the poor.
Peter Pan?
No.
Oh, Robin Hood?
Robin Hood.
Oh.
Men in Tights.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yes,
Yes, he is
yes.
in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
That's where I got Peter Pan
Yes,
from.
I believe he did a better acting job than Kevin Costner in that movie, if I'm correct. Oh no, that's not that one. Right? Either way, he's a very recognizable that guy. He's fun, and they brung him back later in the series, as we know.
Yes, yes. And if you watch, like a little spoiler for the other movies, but if you watch closely, like in the videos, you'll see somebody like assisting John Kramer, and he has a little limp.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of little cameo for Dr. Gordon without showing him. It's kind of, you know, if you really, really watch the movies, later on it'll play back and just like, okay,
Yeah, it all
I get it.
intertwines.
Yeah, because I don't know
overlaps.
if because after this, like, you know, we don't get James Wan and Lee Winnell anymore, so it's like, I don't know if they just planned on making one movie and then the studio made it a series. What was this, Lionsgate?
Probably
Yeah.
what happened if I had to take a guess. They were like, holy shit, this thing is blowing up. Give me another one. Give me another one.
And James
Give me
Wan and Lee
another one.
Winnell, like, they went on to do different things, and then, like, James Wan never sticks around for his movies anyway. After, like, he did Insidious 1 and 2, and then Lee Winnell did 3, and, you know, then he just doesn't really stick around. He, like, sets them up, and then he produces them, like The Conjuring 1 and 2. He didn't do 3 either. So
The thing for me that really hooked me to the series is one of the final scenes when Jigsaw, he's laying in the middle of Adam and Dr. Gordon. And I think Dr. Gordon just crawled out at that right before. And you just see this man that you thought was dead the entire time. Spoilers. Sorry.
no, we've been spoiling it the whole time.
You see him like slowly getting up, and he kind of looks like a creature to me, like kind of like a monster. I'm like, what is this a monster movie? Like what have I been watching?
And then he rips the thing.
Yes, and you're like, oh, and that part of the movie kind of just pulled me into the franchise, and you just kind of think of it. It's a small little puzzle piece.
Yeah.
With this whole big, like, you get the full picture at the very end, but it's just such a great series.
The key to that lock is in.
And you really
Yes,
forget that, like, actually in the first one, they really did do, like, a bait and switch on us with, like, we thought that one guy was going to be Jigsaw.
The hospital.
Oh,
yeah.
Zap.
Yeah, Zap.
Yeah, they really played it like that. Like, we really didn't know that John Kramer was John Kramer.
And that guy always plays a bad guy. Most notably, I think of him from the show Lost.
No, he played it well. Everyone, it was just a fun...
Danny Glover.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Danny Glover, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Danny Glover finally reaching the age that he was playing in Lethal Weapon. He's too old for this shit now.
Yep. So he was only in the first one?
That was the first one, yeah, because it's just
sure?
it was kind of like a fast
So is the
forward.
first one not...
Yeah, because
The
remember his
first one,
partner
then?
gets blown away with the shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Asian guy.
Yeah.
Now, is the
But
first one not the first one then?
Well, in the time, forget it. If you get into the timeline of Saws,
Yeah,
they're
it's
all...
all-
It is the first one because the second one with Donnie Wahlberg, at the end he's in that room where Adam was, and you see Dr. Gordon's leg. So
Yeah.
and the timeline it is the first one. Well, yeah, kind of. You see flashbacks later on, but
Yeah, how they set up, like,
But
you know...
yeah, isn't the last one they have like scenes before the first? I don't remember.
you
Or
see
was
little.
that Spiral, or that might have been Jigsaw.
Jigsaw...
I think throughout the series, you kind of see little flashbacks of like when she was working at the
hospital, right?
Yeah, it was
And
like
she gets the miscarriage.
yeah, you see with
that's
the
that's
first
what
guy
started.
that he ever started. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start to flesh out Tobin Bell's character of Jigsaw. In this movie, he's like, we see that he has a code, but we don't know what is causing him. We just know he has cancer.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's all we know is that he's
So
dying.
he said, "Screw it." He tried to kill himself. He failed. He's like, "All right, I value my life more, and
Yeah. Well, then,
let's torture some people."
Yeah, because the girl in this movie, the one we see who survives, she ends up coming back in Saw 2. And then in Saw 3, and, you know, she turns out to be a real bitch.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna talk too much physical media because actually neither of us have picked it up on 4K yet for some reason.
Carmel, you don't have it on 4K. do you?
No.
No. So we
That's
actually
cool.
haven't seen the 4K. We just have the Blu-ray collection, and actually I have this relic of a DVD. So not something we really handle around here too much anymore. But I just wanted to show you guys this because This is probably one of the coolest looking boxes for a DVD ever. Like, you pull that slipcover off, and it's just a clear case with the disc. The disc looks like a circular saw blade. You know, it's got the foot on there, and then all the information is actually just on the slipcover. I always thought this was so cool, and I actually I have 2 and 3. I have them all. Well, just the 3 of them, and then I think Blu-ray came out, and we never looked back.
No, unfortunately. Would have a lot of wasted money on DVDs.
Yep.
So do you guys have any more thoughts you want to share on Saw before we move on?
No, it was just an awesome movie and an awesome series.
Yeah, no, it really is. And if you haven't seen Saw, there's an entire franchise out there for you to discover, and we have a new one that just came out last year called Spiral that Chris Rock, I believe, helped write it at the very least. It was like a passion project for him, and it's a pretty good watch too. I mean, eventually we'll review it on this channel, but as always, make sure you start with the first one from 2004, and as always, thanks for choosing Let's Talk, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and tell all your friends. Good morning, guys. Thanks for reaching the end of the video and hanging out with me for a couple more minutes while we do our usual Monday morning giveaway. And today, if you're entered, you get a shot at Escape from LA, directed by John Carpenter. If you didn't see my review of it, you can click right there and check it out. And guys, thank you so much for entering. We actually doubled our turnout this week. We got 6 instead of the usual 3. It's our 3rd week doing this. We're going to be doing it every week. So always check back in Friday's video for the question. Comment below. I'm not going to remove anyone if you won before, because right now we're not getting a huge turnout. And I really appreciate you guys all entering. But hey, that's not why you're here. You're here to see my magic wheel. And guys, check it out. I got it all customized. Got the Let's Talk logo in there. You know, that's a pretty big deal. That's a big wheel. So anyway, guys, let's see who the winner is from Escape from LA. Oh, it's spinning. And it's exciting. Who's having fun? I'm having fun. Are you having fun? Oh, shit. Brian, congratulations. You won. Alright, Brian, if you're watching this video, please reach out to us within the next 24 hours. If I don't hear from you in the next 24 hours on either our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, email, anything, please reach out to us and we will get you that digital code. And everybody else, even though you might have not won this week, please enter again next week. Remember, Friday's video, comment on that, and then you're entered for a chance to win a digital code, and we'll let you know which one in that video. Brian, congratulations. Everybody else, thank you. And I want to thank everybody else who's just hanging out and watching the end of this video. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and tell all your friends.